All right, let's move on to non-negotiable number 5, which is developing your skills and your expertise. I'll never forget a number of years ago, I was in a passenger in a car, and I was heading actually downtown with a friend of mine who happens to be a very, very successful commercial real estate agent. Anyway, his phone rang, his on hands-free, and somebody was inquiring about some space that was for lease. And the gentleman asked, he said, I just saw this space on this certain street in this plaza. I'm wondering, how big is it and how much is it per square foot? Well, my friend quickly turned the conversation around because he's very skilled as a real estate agent. And he said this, he goes, let me ask, what type of business are you thinking of opening? And the guy said, we're thinking of opening a restaurant. Well, my friend said, well, I'll tell you, that doesn't have the right zoning for a restaurant. But what type of restaurant are you thinking of opening? The guy mentioned it. How many square feet do you think you'll need? The guy told him. He said, listen, I know of 3 other spaces available that could potentially work for a restaurant of that size. Do you have some time tomorrow to go out and look at them? And the guy said, sure. He said, can you meet at my office, say, around 1 o'clock? I'll have all the information and we'll go out and have a look. Anyway, hung the phone up and I thought to myself, that was so brilliant. Like, that was a highly skilled agent that had a lot of expertise. And you think, well, was it that easy to get the appointment? Yes, because imagine that person making the phone call. They go, what a waste of time it would have been to get all this information on a property that didn't even have the right zoning. So my friend brought tremendous value to the conversation. Let's think about what he did. First thing he did, he just started answering the person's questions. He didn't do that. He wasn't an order taker, not a customer service rep. No, he was a salesperson. See, customer service reps, they don't make a lot of money. Salespeople can make a lot of money. That was the difference. So he was highly skilled and he was an expert in the field. So he said, what type of business are you thinking of opening? So instead of answering the questions, how big is it, right? How much is it? What type of business are you thinking of opening? The guy said a restaurant, doesn't have the right zoning. The guy's probably going, wow, I never even thought about that. I was just concerned about the size and the price. And then he said, I know 3 other spaces that would potentially work for you. Do you have time tomorrow to go look? And the guy said, yes. Met at his office, took him out the next day. I don't know what the result was after that. But this section is about if you want to build a great real estate business, okay? If you're seriously interested, yes, you got to have a business mindset. Yes, you got to know where you are. Yes, you got to know where you're going. Yes, you got to know how you're going to generate the leads to build the business. But probably most importantly, you got to be damn good at it, everybody. I mean, so if you work condos, you need to know everything that is sold in there, everything for sale, everything about the building, okay? What are all the rules of that particular building? You need to know how many days on average does it take to sell? How much is it selling for per square foot? You got to know how many months of inventory is in there. You got to know that building upside down and backwards. So in other words, I don't think you should be a generalist, okay, as much as you need to become a specialist. If you work a geographical area, know everything about that particular area. That, to me, is when you start to become skilled and you start to become an expert. And I promise you this, when you have great skills and when you're an expert at what you do, you will become sought after in this industry because that's what everybody is looking for. Okay, so as I start to close out this particular module, I just want to leave you with a final thought. I'm going to give you a bit of an action plan. So again, thank you for being with us. But here's the deal. For you ultimately to build a great business, I've always believed that passion plus purpose leads to potential. Let me say that again. Passion. That means you're passionate about what it is you do because passion is like a love for what it is you do. It's an energy you bring to what it is you do. So passion, your passion because of the way you're going to build your business, plus purpose. Now, what is purpose? See, purpose is why you're doing it. Now, are you doing it just to make money? Or are you doing it because you want to bring value to the marketplace? Are you doing it because you want to serve people like they've never been served before? See, potential is the contribution you're willing to make. So when you take your passion, okay, when you take your love for what it is you do or the way you're going to do it, then you have a lot of energy. And when you have a lot of energy, and when your intention, which is your purpose, when your intention is to serve, is to make a difference, is to help people make the right decision, to help people get the right house, when that becomes your purpose, your intention, passion plus potential, or passion plus purpose, equals potential. That's where you do big things in the world. Okay, so let's quickly talk about action plan. Here's what I want you to work on between now and the next module. I'd like you to take the double your income worksheet. And what we did is we had you double it every 3 years. So I want you to decide what is your goal and then increase it by 26% a year, or whatever number you're comfortable with. You decide. But let's get clear on where you'd like to be in, say, 6 years or maybe even 9 years. The other thing I'd like you to do is complete your dream list. 50 dreams. Now, maybe you want to engage your life partner in this, maybe your family, and sit around and have fun at dinner and get all excited about what do we want to do with our lives, everybody? You know what I mean? We got 800,000 hours. What are we going to do? And then the third thing is take the best year ever worksheet and decide what is the breakthrough goal in every area of your life. Go ahead and work on that, and I will be back with you in module number 2. And remember, everybody, it's a beautiful life. Make it count.